back near midfield, right at the 48. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. After 1, it's 9-0.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score,
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. It's a run with Mostert. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. They go with the option on the 2-point try, and the decision to pitch it worked out.
Almost felt like basketball, didn't it? Remember with dribbler, draw, drive, and dish? How about that one? Drew everyone to him, dished it to the running back. He takes it in.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Tannehill. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there.
Building gonna work so many times, player.
Running stride for stride with him. That's good
so many
coverage, and
times.
it led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. To the air again, Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Chip left.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On first down, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go.
To throw is Tannehill. And he's got it. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And now a sneak, Tannehill. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Ryan Tannehill keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Nick Folk for the point after. And it's 17-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Tannehill on first down. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Tannehill's throw pulled in by Hopkins. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for the Titans. First down.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Past the 20. 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Titans 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Let's go now.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tannehill. Forced out to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the Dolphins have got it. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
He's got his target. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, here's Tannehill. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Here's Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Here's Tua, eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Hard throw, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and as a result, it'll be Titan football on a turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
There you go, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Ready, hot.
On first and 10, Tannehill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 19-yard line.
Play, play. Tight right, tight right. Yo.
Now Tannehill looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And they're going to speed things up here.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Titans.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. From the 24 now, here's second and 9. Here's Tannehill. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Wesco. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And the catch made by Hopkins. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
At the 46-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Flush to his right. That one's taken in by Spears. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
To the air again, Tannehill. Throw left side is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. A lane there to run is Mostert able to get about 7 there on first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Fighting him off. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Stop playing with me, man.
Good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Mostert might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And now they're in the hurry-up. On play action, here's Tua. That is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 28 yards. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
36, Titans 15.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. To throw is Tannehill. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. They'll drop to throw. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
All right.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable.
Good game, bro.
And if
Good game,
else
bro.
here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. 7 yards. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
On for the extra point is Folk. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear.
Tannehill intercepted again. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.
Hey, good game, bro. Good game, bro.
Win, but boy, their offense
add me on Instagram, though. Moshi _Mojo, bro. We are running back, bro. I give you a rematch, bro.
What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one.
RV, man.
Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.